Hi, I'm Freddy Loix. I've been Belgian champion for the last 2 years and I'm going for a 3rd title in a row and for a 10th win in Ypres. I'm Peter Tjoen, I'm 8-fold Belgian champion and together with Citroën I would like to take my 9th title. I'm Cédric Chorin. I will try to go for the title with the Citroën, but first of all I want to have fun. I'm Chris Prinsen. I've been Belgian champion in '99 and this is the first time that we have a car to go for a 2nd title. Vincent Verschuren, and together with our team we going for the title. I am Patrick Snijers and I'm competing in the Belgian Rally Championship. This is the Haspengouw Rally, the first round of the 2015 BRC, and it's looking very good this year. Chris Courtin, promoter of the Belgian Rally Championship. This year's edition should be the best championship in years. Tell us about it. Well, last year we chose to give priority to the new generation of cars. Not everybody liked it then, but this year it's proven that we did the right choice. We have several drivers at the start who can go for the title. I think that every candidate for the title have changed to the R5 category. So we have 6 former champions at the start. I think we have a fantastic championship. The Haspengouw Rally then, 13 stages on some very slippery roads because it's still very cold at the beginning of the month of March. A good start for Chris Prinsen, who did some testing before the start with his new Peugeot 208. And that resulted in the quickest time in the opening stage. Reigning Belgian champion Freddy Loix was 2nd in that stage. Loix still at the wheel of a Super 2000 Fabia.
Even laten couperen tegen de hek. Links 53, even laten couperen tegen hek. 200. Een lange top, rechts 121 op gewoon doorzong.
Loix starting the season with the Super 2000 Fabia. There will be an R5 version later on this year. Chris van Woensel is the only one of the big Belgian rally names still competing with a WRC car with this Mitsubishi Lancer, setting the 3rd time in the opening stage. Vincent Verschuren, the only one who had some experience with the R5 last year. It was a difficult season last year, but this year should be better. And he sets the 4th time in the 14 kilometer opening stage. Cédric Chorin switched teams just before the start of the season, still competing with the Citroën though. And he made a small mistake in that opening stage. Peter Tjoen was only 1 week before the start of the season asked to compete in the championship, and he decided to go for it even though his preparation was almost inexistent. Still 6th in the opening stage. Dutchman Michiel Becks in the Fiesta R5, competing against the Belgian specialists, not that easy. And another Citroën DS3 R5 in the hands of Bertrand Grote is in 8th position. Patrick Snijers at the wheel of the powerful Porsche has some difficulties to get the power of the machine at the ground on the slippery roads. But he's the first of the 2-wheel drive cars.
En rem 70, korte harpen linksom vooruit. Wordt de rest achter vuil. 120 top af links blijven.
So a good start of the rally for the ever spectacular Patrick Snijers and his Porsche. Belgian Junior Championship with Paul Geusens at the start. Geusens, who didn't compete last year, but he decided to have a go at the junior title this year, and he has a magnificent start even though he lacked some preparation for the rally. He's leading the junior category in front of Dutchman Kobus, Gert-Jan Kobus that is. And in 3rd it's Stijn Pacolet, competed with an R1 car last year and switched to a 208 R2 this year. And he's in 3rd, some 50 seconds behind Paul Geusens though. Kevin de Maarschalk competing in a Citroën DS3 R3, leading that category, and he's just outside the overall top 10 as well. You're competing in the whole of the championship? Yes, we're already certain of 7 rounds, and we're trying to find the money to compete in the 3 others as well. But we'll do the most important rallies and to start here, and we'll try to do the whole of the championship. How were the first stages? We tried very careful because it was still some slippery, and it's been a long time since we drove the car. It's been since the Condros. And we changed the tires for stage 2, and I think we're leading the R3 category, so for the moment everything is going well. Patrick Snijers climbing up the classification. After 3 stages, he's in 7th overall, leading the 2-wheel drive category.
Rechts 70, lang vlot. Voor links 80. En rechts 80. Over top asfalt. Rechts 80 over top asfalt. Wordt rechts en links.
Patrick Snijers, je krijgt...
Patrick, you've lost a lot of time in those stages. What happened? Hey, I'm driving a 2-wheel drive car, you know that, don't you? It's a Porsche, so I think we're 7th overall. It's not too bad in the middle of those 4-wheel drive powerful cars. No, I'm not complaining. Everything is going well. Michiel Becks now 6th overall, dropping behind the Belgians, but still doing a very good rally. Cédric Cherin, after his mistake in the opening stage, made another one. Cédric, you started well, but then you lost some time in the second stage. What happened? Well, we've already lost some time in the opening stage, even though the time wasn't that too bad. But in the second one, I spun round and I didn't get reverse into place. But we know we would have a hard time at the start of the rally because we don't really know the car. We almost didn't test it. So it's very tricky as well. But the third stage was already going better. That's a positive thing, and now we'll try to get the car under control. But we have to focus if we want to get to the podium. For the moment, Vincent Verschuren is in 4th position, but that is due to a puncture.
Vincent, tweede rit.
Vincent, what happened in the second stage?
Heel wat opschudding. Wat gebeurt daar?
Well, in Zepperen, from the first kilometer we had a puncture, so we had to do the whole stage with a puncture. So we lost some 30 seconds, and now in the last stage we lost another 10 seconds due to a puncture. It's just before the end, but we lost some time. And another driver with a puncture, Chris Prinsen, suffering 30 seconds in the process.
Chris Prinsen, jij moet ongelooflijk...
Chris, you must have been very angry what happened in the second stage. Well, I think it already happened at the end of the first stage because we sensed some pressure loss in the right front wheel, but it was still enough. And then we started the stage, but I think the tire was deflating already, and the car was all over the place. And when I broke it, it slid everywhere. I didn't know what happened, and then I noticed that the car was pulling to the right, so we had a puncture in the right front. Due to those punctures, Peter Tune is now in 2nd position, some half a minute behind the leader.
De eerste 3 ritten sta je mooi.
After the first 3 stages, you're in a nice 2nd place. Yeah, but I think that's due to the bad luck and the mistakes of the others than to my speed. I didn't start too fast. We made a slight mistake in the first stage, but I'm trying to get to know the car. For the moment it's going well, but the others are coming back. And it's Freddy Loix who's leading the rally after the first 3 stages, even though he only set 1 fastest time in those.
Rechtsaf vol, top over hard. Ja, 150, rechts 80.
Freddy Loix leading with 35 seconds at the end of the first 3 stages. But then back in the service park, there's a problem with the Fabia Super 2000. There's a problem with the engine, and Loix has to retire.
Freddy Loix, ja, onverwacht.
Freddy Loix, that's unexpected, but there's a retirement for you. What happened? At the end of the last stage, I had a small vibration, and I thought first, and according to the data, it was the clutch. But then we came back to service. There was a problem with the engine, and they could only get worse. So that was the end of the rally for Freddy Loix. Was still leading at the end of stage 3 from Chun. But is Chun the new leader now, beginning of the second leg. And the Haspengouw Rally is also a round of the Belgian Historic Championship. This is the spectacular Porsche of the Kok, who's in 4th, just behind the Ford Escort of Kurt van der Spinnen. Kurt van der Spinnen is already 3.5 minutes behind the leader, halfway through the rally, and there's a superb fight for the first place between the Porsche of Glenn Janssens and the Ford Escort of DJ van Wensbergen. Only 2.3 seconds between them after 7 stages. There are 6 more stages to go. In the Junior Belgian Rally Championship, de Walef is driving a Renault Twingo R1, getting good points in his category, but the car lacks power, of course, to compete with the R2s, like this one for Amory Molle, who's in 4th. Gert-Jan Kobus dropped a place to 3rd position, but he's only 1 second behind Stijn Pacoulet, getting to grips with the 208 R2. But it's still Paul Geusens leading and dominating the rally. He now has over a minute in hand with 6 stages to go. Kevin de Maarschalk still leading the R3 category and is now in 11th overall as well. Bertrand Groten getting to grips with his R5 version of the R3. As you can see, the gravel portions of the Haspengouw Rally, not that easy. The Ford Fiesta of Michiel Beck suffering as well. Some damage at the right front there, but the Dutchman still in 7th overall. Patrick Sneijers has climbed to 5th position with his Porsche.
Rechts 64 en 20 T links 40 blubber. Wordt 10 rechts 55.
Sneijers now in 5th and still by far the best of the two-wheel drive cars. Peter Chun suffered some mechanical problems, and after leading briefly, he is now in 4th position.
Pieter Chun, je kijkt bedenkelijk. Je hebt
Peter, you look worrisome. What happened? I think there's a problem with the smoke coming into the car, and there's plenty of warnings on the display. Apparently there's a problem with the pop-up valve, and it goes into security mode, and then we lose a lot of power. Cedric Cherin has a good loop, no mistakes, and that pays off. He's now in 3rd overall. Only 30 seconds behind the new leader. So that might be a good fight for the podium positions. Another Citroën in 2nd position, Vincent Verschuren.
Vincent Verschuren.
Vincent Verschuren, you're 2nd. That's not bad. Yeah, we had a good second leg here. And we tried to improve the car because Chris is going very fast here. And we tried to get closer. Chris, of course, is Chris Prinsen. After the retirement of Freddy Loix, Prinsen really dominated the rally. And the local driver now has 26 seconds in hand.
Chris Prinsen aan de leiding.
Chris Prinsen leading the rally in your backyard. How's that feel? Yeah, it feels very good. I'm rather surprised at our times because we're going fast, but I don't have the feeling that we're taking many risks. I'm trying so clean as possible, so that's all I can do.
Tijden zijn heel goed.
Times are good. So Prinsen leading after 7 stages. Verschuren, Cherin in 3rd, Chun in 4th, and Sneijers in 5th. That was the end of part 1. See you after the break. Welcome back in the Haspengouw Rally, the opening round of the Belgian Rally Championship 2015. We're halfway through the rally. A lot of fans along the stages, and this is Paul Geusens. He was leading the junior category, but then made a stupid mistake going off the road at 5 miles an hour. Got beached and lost 4 minutes, and that meant he dropped to third in the junior category. Dutchman Gert-Jan Kobus is now in second, but he's only 10 seconds behind Stijn Pacolet. With 2 stages to go, that could become very exciting. Another driver who had some bad luck, Kevin de Maarschalk, really dominating the R3 category. But then some mechanical problems and a puncture made him lose a lot of time in places. And instead of being in the top 10, he is now in 28 overall.
Kevin, hoe verloopt de wedstrijd?
Kevin, how is your rally going? Well, just before the halfway through the rally it was going well, but now in these stages we had a puncture, but we don't know where. And in the other stage we had another puncture, so we stopped, we changed the wheel, and then we had some vibrations in the car, and we lost over 2 minutes. It's too bad because we were leading the rally. There's an M Cup as well in the Haspengouw Rally, reserved for BMWs. Very spectacular category with this BMW of Deals in second position, but it's Toby van den Berge who is leading that class, and he's even in 9th overall with his BMW 130. Just in front of Van den Berge, Mark Stredel with the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 8. Looking for a good top 10 finish, just like Bertrand Groten. Getting to grips ever more with his DS3. Should become better later on this season. Groten now in 7th overall, but almost 5 minutes behind the leader. Dutchman Michiel Becks, together with Belgian co-driver Smeets, in 6th overall. And this man is no longer part of the rally. Patrick Snijers was heading for maybe a top 5 finish, but a differential on his Porsche let go, and that was that for the 7-fold Belgian Rally Champion.
20 links 80 whipped.
Opgave in KP8.
Retirement stage 8, what happened? Well, we're almost 2/3 down the stage, and suddenly I hear the sound, and I cut the engine, I let the car go. And then I restarted the engine, and I noticed there was nothing wrong with the engine, but it was a differential. And the puncture for Peter Tjoen on the left front wheel. And Tjoen decides to continue with that puncture. And that causes a lot of damage, as you can see, to the front of his Citroën. But time loss was now limited to 1 minute.
Wat is er gebeurd?
What happened? Well, at the start of Zeppelin, still on the tarmac, first braking zone, which some potholes in the ground, and suddenly I think we hit something, and there was a puncture left front. And then you have 2 choices: or you lose 2 minutes by stopping and changing the wheel, or you continue with a lot of damage. But we only lost 1 minute. That meant the Tjoen is still in the top 5, is now passed by Cedric Cherin, who made another mistake and then got 20 seconds penalties for clocking in late on the next stage. So dropping to 4th Cherin. That means that Benoit Lahr with his older Fabia WRC is now in 3rd position. And a puncture as well for Vincent Verschuren. But he limited the time loss, and he's still in 2nd position, but there's some damage at the right rear, and there's some mistakes as well.
Vincent Verschuren, ja.
Vincent Verschuren, there's a lot of pressure on the fight for 2nd position apparently. Cherin makes mistakes, but you made some mistakes as well apparently. Yes, I even made 2 mistakes in Zeppelin. We started to slide in the mud, and we hit some of the small trees. And on the last stage, we did a 360. But we're still in 2nd position, even though we lost some 20 seconds. So that's okay. No mistakes for Chris Prinsen, who is really keeping the rally under control now.
Chris Prinsen staat op een zucht.
Chris Prinsen only 2 stages away from your second win here in the Haspengouw Rally. Yes, but it's still 2 stages. I think we have a good lead, but it's still 2 stages, and it's dry, but some slippery in places, especially in the corners, and it's very easy to have a puncture, as we've seen all through the day.
Dus het is nog niet gedaan.
It's not yet finished. 2 stages to go indeed, but Prinsen has a lead of over a minute on Verschuren. Allard in third with the Skoda, then Cherin and Tune in fifth. DJ van Wensbergen eventually won the historic category after Glenn Janssens disappeared with his Porsche. No problems for Van Wensbergen, and Stijn Pakkelet held on to the lead. He conquered when Geusens made a mistake, and he's the winner of the junior category. This is the new front of Peter Tune's car. Tune, after that slight mistake, made no mistakes in the final 2 stages and finished in 5th in his first rally of 2015. Cedric Cherin made plenty of mistakes, but still takes the points for 4th. Benoit Allard with the Fabia WRC finished in 3rd, but he was beaten by 2 cars of the new category. Mr. Verschuren gained some time in the end, but that was not enough to take the win. Still, Verschuren will be happy with that 2nd place.
Vincent, tweede plaats, tevreden?
It's in 2nd place, you must be happy. Yes, I'm very happy. We came here to try to fight for a podium finish, so 2nd is fantastic. So championship has a good start for you? Yeah, it's very good. We'll try to do as good in the next round in Spa. And it's an even better start for Chris Prinsen. 12 years after his last win in his home rally, he takes his 2nd win, and that's the best possible start of his collaboration with Peugeot. And he might go for his 2nd Belgian title as well. His first one, as he said in the beginning of the report, in 1999. And the whole staff of Peugeot Belgium very happy with this win in the opening round.
Chris, eerste wedstrijd met de
Chris,
Peugeot.
first rally, first win, you must be happy. It's fantastic. I would never expected this. The test days before the start really paid off. I have to thank the team and thank Peugeot for giving me the confidence, giving me this possibility. I think this is the best way to thank them. It really is. Prinsen winning then with 40 seconds in hand over Verschuren. Allard in 3rd, Cherin 4th and Tune in 5th. And these are the first standings of the Belgian Rally Championship 2015. Prinsen leading, of course, from Verschuren, Cherin 3rd, and then class winners Van den Bergen and Dile. So a good start of the season for Chris Prinsen, who gets the congratulations from everybody at Peugeot Belgium Luxembourg. And there's a junior award as well, and in London in the Haspengouw Rally, the junior award went to the winner of the junior category, Stijn Pakkelet.
In jouw thuisrally, de rally van Haspengouw.
In your home rally, winning the Haspengouw Rally, winning the junior category.
Een mooie overwinning.
That's a great win.
Ja, zeker een
Yes,
mooie
it is a great win, but I can't deny I had some luck because Paula made a mistake. But then again, everybody made mistakes today. I made some mistakes as well. It's a very tough rally. It's very fast, but in some places you have to be very careful. You started last year in Junior Championship with a small R1 car, almost a standard car, and now you're driving the Peugeot 208 R2. The car is more evolved and the competition is very strong with Amaury Molle and Paula Geusens. So that's a good step forward. Yes, it is, and I didn't expect to win here today. Even if I hadn't won, I would have been happy with my rally because I was very happy with my performances. But I was surprised that I could suit the times.
Ik denk dat het toch wel een heel
So
spannend
I
seizoen
think
gaat
it
worden.
will be an exciting season. Exciting season indeed for the overall title as well. Princeton has the best start. Next round, Spa.